proclamation yesterday. I am not going to repeat my proclamation yesterday. I'm not going to repeat it. Okay. Now I'm just going to show you. So if you want to know what my proclamation was yesterday, look back at yesterday's podcast, July 31st, and you guys can look back and see what my proclamation was. But um, when the time comes, the announcement will come out, and what will happen will happen. So there it is, guys. But anyway, um, I asked about what you see when you look in the mirror, but I wanted to add one more to this, and I was going to wait till tomorrow's podcast, but I think that I could throw this in today because it is really important, especially since it's the first of the month, right? And in my book, I talk about not being a slave to the first and the 15th. You don't want to be a slave to the first and the 15th, obviously, guys. But one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about was what is your real life assessment of your finances? You know, when my mentor hit me with that, and I had some good things going on, but when he hit me with that, I realized that I didn't even have an assessment of my finances, right? I hadn't assessed my finances. All I knew is that I went to work, I got paid, I got a check, I put it in the bank, I paid all my bills, right? I brought some things, spent some money, invested in a couple of stocks, Walmart, Google, eBay, something like that, and and I thought I was really doing my thing, you know. But I really didn't have an assessment. I didn't have a plan. That was just, you know, somebody said, oh, you should invest in Google. Somebody said, oh, you should invest in eBay. Somebody said, oh, you should invest in whatever, so on and so forth, Walmart. And and so I did those things on a whim, but not on a plan. I did it because my circle of influence was doing stupid stuff like that, right? They were acting without plans. So so when my mentor asked me what was my real life assessment of my finances, I just told him, hey, I'm just going to work trying to get paid, you know. And he laughed because it was probably about the dumbest answer he had ever heard, right? But that's okay. But that's okay. I learned from that and I grew from that, and I began to put together a plan for my finances, and that plan started with an assessment of where I was at. So, and that's important. So I left a note for you guys in my book as well when I asked you guys this question before you guys start writing, and it says, in order to know in life where you need to go or what you want out of life, you're going to need to give a truthful understanding of how much money you are making now and how much money it will take to give you the life that you want, right? And I went on to say, the difference between the two will give you the start of the path you need to take. So, a real life assessment, meaning um, what are your debts, what are your assets, and understand them completely, right? Also, what is your earning potential, right? What is your projection of how much money you're going to make this year, and what can you do to 10x that, right? If if in your job it is not something you can do to 10x it because your job is based on just a salary, yearly salary that they're going to pay you now until the day you die, then you need to be working on something else to generate income for yourself that you can scale and multiply and grow. Now, that's going to take you working after your 9 to 5 is over. It's going to take you working, okay, extra hours, extra minutes, extra days, extra months, extra years, whatever it takes, guys. You have nothing but time at the end of your workday to work on, okay, your exit plan, as I like to call it. You need to be working on your exit plan, guys. You need to be working on something that you can put all of your heart and soul into and then make it grow, make it scale. So, whatever it is, guys, you could be trading baseball cards, as far as I'm concerned, or comic books. But whatever it is, it has to be something that you are willing to dedicate the rest of your life to, or this moment of your life to, and be passionate about it. Something that you can go all in and become really, really good at. So I tell people all the time, have a true real life assessment of your finances, because a lot of times, a lot of people's problems come from money, right? And money, and not because they don't have money. It's because they don't know how to create value so that other people can give them money, right? Because anybody can go out there and get a job. Anybody can go out there and beg for $10 to buy a pack of cigarettes. You know what I mean? Anybody can do that, right? What I'm talking about is, can you, from your life experience, I'm not talking about going back to school or nothing like that, from your life experience, put together something that gives people value in their lives, right? Something. Put it together, write it out in a pamphlet, in a book, in a plan, do some videos, uh, do some audios, whatever it takes. Put together something to give somebody value, right? It doesn't have to be the person at the highest level. You know, I read something yesterday that it said that you know, uh, when people are selling, right? You know, they're worried about somebody buying a $100 course or a $37 audio book. When the fact of the matter is, there are people out there uh, buying $1 million toilet bowls. All right, $1 million toilet bowls and $10,000 toothbrushes. But you you just need to find the right market, the right people who need to hear your message. Um, as my mentors said, your sheep will hear your message. You know, so just keep putting your message out there, keep talking, keep growing, okay? Because you always need to be growing, because pretty soon people will start to follow you, and those people will begin to ascend, and they will want more from you. And so you have to become more in order to give more, guys. So um, that is my podcast for today, man. I am going to wrap it up right here with the money question, and have you guys think about that tonight. That is something you guys need to think about. Um, when you look in the mirror, what do you see? Is the first one. And the second one is, what is your real life assessment of your finances? Now, tomorrow I'm going to get into a couple of more money questions, to talk about your money and some other things. But there's some other things that are adding to that, so I don't want to get too deep into that today. I think you guys had enough for today. So I'm signing off, guys, and you guys have a great day. YouTube, I will talk to you tomorrow, and